Hello everyone, it's your sister Roland, and all I need is a few minutes to talk about this young man pictured on my screen here. His name is Darrell Gentry. He was 26 years old, and he goes by the stage rap name of BTB Savage. And he is no longer here with us. Apparently, he's no longer here with us because he made a series of decisions that caused his life. So I'm going to play a snippet of an interview that he did with Vlad TV, where he was talking about a home invasion that happened to him back in February. I believe it was February 22nd or 23rd, where these people supposedly were supposed to come and do a feature, but it ended up turning into a home invasion. So you're gonna listen up.
Let me take you to no fucking hospital, boy. Your ass about to fry right here, and if they come save you, then they come save you. If not, then your ass toasty. You're gone. Last day, last supper.
So notice how he's talking big and bold when he really didn't do all of the shooting. It was the mother of his child. What the important thing that he did do, he followed his intuition and he locked the door, which hindered the other guy from coming back in. Because the other guy that left, he knew him. The guy that stayed, he didn't know nothing about him. And that was the guy that ended up, pulling the fire on him and then end up losing his life. And here's a picture of him right here. So this is the alleged robber, Omar Richardson, or home invader. He was 34 years old and he was taken out that day. So it didn't stop from here. This young man proceeded to, not only when he was doing the interview with Vlad, he had a picture of him standing in the crime scene where the Omar Richardson lost his life. He took a picture of him standing in the crime scene. There's red all over the place. In Vlad had showed snippets of it in the interview. You would think he would stop there. Nope. He proceeded to post these pictures on his Facebook, on his Instagram, on his Twitter. I don't know if he had other places, but he posted those 3 images. So this is what he posted on his Facebook page, and this is what he posted on Twitter with his new song that was supposed to drop this month, but as we know, that's not going to happen. And this is what he posted. Same thing he posted on Facebook, same thing he posted on Instagram, and this is what he said. This is what the caption said. Fast forward on Ninja Death Day. Make him meet his maker. Broke ninja. Beefing, make his mama throw a fundraiser. And so now, not only did he posted that he's standing in the crime scene, but he is bragging like he did anything. Well, like he did the shooting. And making fun of somebody losing their life when it's supposed to be self-defense. It most likely was self-defense, but why are you making light of that? Now people are making light of him. You see, what you sow, you will reap. I know many of these young children, you're not being raised. A lot of you guys are just growing up. You haven't been taught that there are consequences to the certain decisions that you make. Whatever you sow, you're gonna reap. So you guys are just learning by trial and error, but a lot of trial and error that you guys are learning from are costing you guys your life, whether you've been taken out of this world or you're gonna spend the rest of your life in jail. And that's so unfortunate that people just don't care to raise kids anymore. And this young man supposedly is like they call him a scammer rapper because he allegedly does scamming. Because on his Facebook and stuff like that, he always saying doing these things. So on this so-called Facebook page that so-called belongs to him, he is always asking, if you have certain bank accounts and he's saying the other side and all the opposite counterfeit checks, we deposit them, wiping the bank. I'm enormously profiting. And that's another thing about this generation. Everything they do, they post it on social media. It's ridiculous. So he posted all those things on March 30th. March 31st, which was yesterday, they unloaded those metal in him. I mean, it was shell casings everywhere. So those people didn't come to play. He supposedly was driving in the white Mercedes, and there's like a black SUV driving behind him. I mean, unloaded. There was so many shell casings. It was ridiculous. What you sow, you will reap. What you sow. And another thing, this glorification of death, that this younger generation is so obsessed, where they don't have respect for the dead, and so many of them are so desensitized to death. It's like nothing to them. Because I don't know, many of you guys believe that, hey, when you leave here, you're going to come back in another... No, that's not going to happen. It's appointed for man to die once and then face judgment. You ain't coming back. I don't care what they tell you. And hopefully you don't find out. Because if you find out, you won't be coming back. It's appointed for man to die once and then face judgment. So he is clowning this young man because, the Omar Richardson guy, that his mother had to make a fundraiser because he was broke and stuff like that. I hope you had some money in life insurance so that they don't do a fundraiser for you. Any type of fundraiser, even if it's private. Now it's your turn, right? Now it's his turn. And my last thing is that back in February, because of him listening to his intuition and locking that door, that caused the other person not being able to come in to have an upper hand. Both of them now he have two guys that would have the upper hand on him, and the shooting skills of his baby mother that saved his life, his child's life, and the mother of his child's life that day. But because of his arrogance, his need for validation, and his clout chasing, because he posted all those for clout, caused his life yesterday. And that's why he's no longer here. Many of you, especially this young generation, you don't think far, because sometimes you don't think your life is worth living. You don't think that you're going to live for a long time anyway. You don't think your life have value. That's why you make certain decisions for today, for next week, but you don't see the future. And it shows. That's why we're losing you guys at a very fast rate. And it's sad. So now you're no longer here. Your son is going to be raised out without you. And these people who you was trying to so much to get validation from and affirmed from, going to move on with your life. Because when you die, life goes on. And it's over for you. He had a near-death experience and did not take advantage of him, making it out alive. Nope. He proceeded to taunt, not knowing that the spirit of death was still after him. And the spirit of death was that within like a month and a half, within 2 months, he's no longer here. When you've been given a chance back at life again, calm down. Find some place to sit down. Because if you don't, it will visit you again. This was no Vlad curse. This was all him. When are we going to take personal responsibility for the decisions we make in life? Anyway, that's all I had to say on the situation. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in another video. Bye.